Yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed you guys got the album released on Pirates Press. How did you guys link up with Pirates Press?
Great story.
So that's Pirates Press, man, is like, I can't say enough good stuff about that situation. Yeah. So this putting this album out has been a long process, and we've hit a lot of hard times, like with my dad's health and all kinds of other stuff financially and stuff. To do this on our own, it was going to be really difficult. Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't really like we were ready to do this 100% DIY on our own. I'm talking like disc makers or CD Baby or something like that. We were just going to pay to have our records pressed and try to do it on our own and sell them out of the back of our car, you know?
Yeah.
And on a whim, I called my dad and I was like, hey man, I think what I'm going to do is reach out to some of the labels that, you know, have helped me in the past. Like, and or bands that I've put out music with, maybe they'll like just listen to it and point us in the right direction. I never thought they would want to put it out.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, you know, I didn't really start making a list. I just thought, you know what, I'm going to hit up Skippy from Pirates Press. Sent him an email. And I was kind of in talks with him because they were talking about doing something with Agrolites, a release with Agrolites. And then Suedehead had a release under Pirates Press like maybe a year ago.
Gotcha.
So I just emailed him, hey, Skippy, what's up, man? I don't know if you know who I am, but my name is Korey. I've played in a lot of bands that you guys have put out, you know, and I just kind of said, hey, you know, I wanted to talk to you guys. I have a new band with my dad, and, you know, we have quite a cool story as a father and son coming together and making a record. It's traditional ska and jazz. I explained the whole thing. I said, we have everything done, artwork, recording, mastered, mixed. The licensing has been paid for. Everything is done. Can you guys offer us any help? Like thinking maybe they can give us a discount on pressing the records. You know, maybe they can do a little bit of promo for us, but I wasn't asking. I didn't have any expectations.
Yeah.
And Skippy emailed right back. He's like, of course I know who you are, man. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I didn't want to be that guy, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like, let me give it a listen and we'll see what we can do. And then I think the same day he was like, bro, like, we want to put this out. What do you guys think about like just getting signed to Pirates Press? And I mean, it completely wasn't even in our brains, you know. I was just like, really? Like, you really think so? I'm like, I thought Pirates Press was like a punk label, you know? And he's just like, man, we're trying to like diversify and do stuff a little different and put out stuff that we ordinarily wouldn't. This is perfect for us. You know, we would love to do it. Like, just let me run it by my partners and let's see what we can do. And, you know, so then it was like, we're thinking about this in a different way, you know, like maybe we get signed and maybe we, you know, they help us out. Yeah. And so we, at this point, because we were doing this all on our own, we had Jet Setter, our own label that we created to put out our record. And so, you know, it took some emails back and forth where it was like, hey man, you know, we were planning on doing this on our own and we kind of want to keep our brand of Jet Setter going. They offered us to do a partnership with them. That's how cool they were. Yeah. And the rest is history. And then the amount of promo and the amount of what they've done for this album is, first of all, we couldn't have done it on our own. There's no chance. And then just how they've helped promote this record, what they've done, the backing that they've given us, like we cannot express how much our appreciation is for Pirates Press, man. Yeah. And, you know, it was weird for us because we were like, man, we're kind of putting out a quote unquote jazz record on a punk rock label. But then the more I started thinking about it, I'm like, that's pretty punk rock, man. Putting out a punk rock, putting out a jazz album on a punk label is pretty punk rock. So let's go for it, you know? And then they threw us on a compilation that just came out last Friday. And so, yeah, man, Pirates Press is amazing, man. We're so grateful for those guys. And, their whole team across the board has been so helpful for us. And, we're so stoked. And I hope we can put out every record we ever do on Pirates Press. That's how much we love them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I think I think to kind of further that point of putting out a jazz record on a punk label. I think that's something that even just listeners today eat up. I don't know if you guys ever tune into the station KCRW.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, KCRW is always playing like music that I feel like is like very like on the cusp of like people discovering. And like even like a while back, I went to go see a singer. Her name is Annabelle Lee. Have you guys ever heard of her?
I don't think so.
No, it's more like bossa nova style.
Oh, okay. Love it.
Yeah. And it was a show inside of like a flower shop, like this very, very LA hipster.
Cool.
Like, and it was packed. Obviously way. It was like years ago, so no COVID-19 or nothing like that. But it was packed, and it was all relatively young people from what I saw. So
Dude,
that's awesome.
See, now that's a show I would go up to LA for.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
I'll have
cool.
to send you her album. She's really great too.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm such a huge fan of bossa nova, man. I am like, it's probably as much as how much I'm into ska. Like, I love Brazilian music, man. Love it.
Yeah. So to kind of maybe not to simmer down the mood, but COVID-19 did stop like a lot of like live event situations, and it canceled whole tours for artists and all that. I assume you guys were original plan maybe was to put out the album and try to get a tour going after, right?
Definitely. That's been the hardest part is for me, I've done this a bunch of times with a bunch of different bands, and you put out an album, you have to promote your album.
Yeah.
And so the next step is getting out on tour and playing some shows to promote your album and sell some records. And for us to not be able to do that, we've played one show and it was a live stream for our record, and that's it, And so I feel like there's a big part missing for us. I feel like this is the weirdest time to not have been to Europe to promote something, or not have been to South America to promote something. Mm-hmm. And so, the plan for us is definitely, as soon as we can, man, I hope stuff comes our way, to try to pursue. We want to go to Japan. We want to go to Europe. We want to go, we want to play all these spots, and promote this thing and just play, get in front of people. I've never been able to tour with my dad, so that's something that we want to do really bad. And I want my dad to experience Mexico, man. I want my dad to play Mexico City. And for this band, I like playing into that. I'm giving away our secrets, but when we're on stage, I want me to be behind the singer. The singer has to be the guy. You're the man that I'm backing up, and that's how it is in every band I play in. But
yeah, it seems like you guys definitely have that. To kind of further the point that you guys were both making just now, it seems like you guys have kind of that idea of the presentation down. Because even when I was watching like the Anaheim videos and even the live stream, it's definitely like Kim is the centerpiece, while the entire band is like backing him up, but the entire band. Not to say like you guys know your roles, but you guys are all like in your pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And maneuvering in those pockets like correctly.
Yeah, we try to make sure that everybody has their moment in the band to be featured. Yeah. But there's a reason why Pops is the lead singer and we're the musicians. You'll get your turn. You don't need to overstep that though when Pops is singing.
Of course.
Oh, but we got, he, like he said, the musicians that are on the album, I got to bring them out. Robert Dove is our, him and Bobby Cressy do the arrangements. And Rob, it's funny, you were playing, I can't remember I think it was Western Standard Time, and Korey introduces me to Rob. And he was telling me that he writes, arranges, and does this and that. And so one of the arrangers for Western Standard Time was a kid by the name of Benny Goldman. And he did some arrangements for me. We met, and I told him what I was trying to do. And he said, yeah, that's cool. I'll do these arrangements. Well, he was killed in a car accident, and it just broke my heart. Well, then I meet Rob Dove, and Rob's like, he's this real brash kid. And, oh, yeah, Mr. Horn, I do this, I can do that, And sure enough, he said, one day, man, we're going to work together and we're going to have a blast. And sure enough, he was right. And then Bobby, I worked with Bobby. He played piano for me a couple times. And to work with Bobby in his vein, which is ska, I just get excited. And of course, Omar and Steve Haney, the band, the core musicians that Korey brought in, it was like an all-star band. I mean, these guys are all great at what they do with their own individual bands and like that. But to bring it all together to do this, it's just been a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed out that the pandemic has made it to where I can't go see Shuffle and Bang right now. But I mean, right now all we have is live streams and old videos to look back on. I mean, kind of to bring it back to that point. Do you guys see like a resolve for live events coming up, or is it just kind of
so?
It's uncertain right now, man. This is it affects me on a bigger level than just Shuffle and Bang. This is playing music is my main income. And so man, I really hope, we can, not just for this band, but I hope we can go back to playing for all musicians. But we just don't know. I don't know. And especially for my dad's age and the health issues that he does have, we have to be really careful. So it's
don't
something,
get old.
Yeah, well, it's just we just have to be really careful.
Yeah.
For example, like if we did go and travel to Mexico City and all these people are coming up and trying to get autographs and pictures and stuff, I mean, that's a lot of direct contact with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. That's really dangerous, So I guess we're hoping for some kind of whatever it is,
the vaccine,
and then hopefully we'll be able to get back to playing live music. But until then, we'll just do what we can. I know we're planning on another live stream in January, and I'm hoping that can go well. And I don't know what else anybody, we're willing to do whatever we can to try to promote our record though.
Yeah. I mean, even that point of the vaccine, they're trying to test it on like a certain number of people before they actually like officially start releasing it,
Yeah.
So it's 95% effective. So we just pray it is.
It might just still be a long time. So there is some stuff in the works though, like maybe not next year, but maybe the year after, possibly doing some touring, or there's some talks going around. Hopefully we'll be up and running by then.
Yeah, because even that, like I see like maybe over the summer, like in June, July, when people started like re-announcing their tours and their reschedules, it's like almost everybody rescheduled it for next year. Like beginning March, but now like we're here in January, and it's like that's not even realistic anymore.
There's no way.
It's gonna have to get pushed back even more.
Yeah. I'm hoping maybe next summer. Maybe by next summer it should start really showing some effects that it's working, that the vaccines are working.
When this thing went down, man, I thought like 2 weeks tops, and I'll be back to work. And I was like, I think I can live with 2 weeks with no gigs, and like I can survive like off savings or whatever. It might be tight, but and then here I are going on 9 months where I'm just like dude, like I can't believe I've had a couple gigs, pickup gigs here and there, like weddings and stuff. I've probably played 5 or 6 times, like actual gigs, and then one of them was a live stream. 2 of them, one was a live stream here in the studio, and then one was a live stream, at the one that we did. So man, it's like, I'm at this point, man, if we could play anything, I would be stoked.
No, most definitely. I mean, I mean, I think it's exactly how you guys are saying. It's pretty much just tentative on the governors and the actual situation at hand,
Right.
Yeah. But, before you guys get going, tell me a little bit about the Drum Brigade podcast, man, and the whole company you're doing over there.
Man, thanks for asking. Drum Brigade is a thing I started in 2013. And, I'm a big fan of skateboarding. And so I was a big fan of the Bones Brigade when I was a kid. And me and my brother were super into that. Tony Hawk and Lance Mountain, Steve Caballero, all those guys. And so I always thought it was cool what they did with skateboarding. They took skateboarding and made it cool, and they made it to where you can identify as a skater. You could bring your skateboard and be like, I'm like those guys, And so I always thought there was something missing in the drum community. And there's a lot of competition and